What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com, and as sports coverage from the mainstream media continues to be more and more about identity politics as opposed to what's actually on the field, every single time there's any head coach vacancy, the media somehow makes it about race, even though there's nobody out there, literally nobody out there telling their franchises, don't hire a black coach. The mainstream media is out there telling people not to hire white coaches simply because of the color of their skin. And Deadspin wrote this piece about offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel for the San Francisco 49ers, and it is completely blown up in their face, and I'm gonna show you why. Sure, Mike McDaniel seems cool, but he's not worthy of a head coaching gig yet. Please stop and think before you inadvertently dub another young white guy as the next hot NFL coaching prospect. This is coming from Deadspin, right? So looking at a dude, looking at the color of his skin and saying he doesn't deserve to be a coach because of this, because we need to push forward more black head coaches in the league. Well, unfortunately for Deadspin, it doesn't look like they did all their research on Mike McDaniel. As you can see here from Mediaite, Deadspin clarifies hit piece on white guy 49ers coach to reflect that he is biracial. We regret this error. And in fact, when you go to Deadspin, editor's note, we learned after the publication of this article that 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel, whom we describe as a, quote, white guy, is in fact biracial. The article's original text remains below. We regret the error. You know what? Instead of an editor note, you should delete this. You fucking embarrassments, Deadspin. You've always been embarrassing. Always. But this is another level. Literally an entire hit piece on a man because he shouldn't get a head coaching job because he's white, and then you find out he's biracial. Now what do? Now do you write an article saying he should get a gig because he's not white? You're in a real conundrum now. But this just goes to show that it's the media, it's the leftists, it's the SJWs, it's the woke crowd who are the ones who are constantly obsessing about the race of whoever it may be. If it's someone writing a TV show or a comic book or being the head coach of a football team, they are the ones who are obsessed with this time and time again. I want to show you some of the things that they said in this that are just absolutely insane. The outlet's Sean Beckworth wrote an article published Saturday in which he campaigned for NFL teams with head coaching vacancies to hire minority candidates. Yes, because regardless of anything else, regardless of their qualifications, black is the one important thing to Deadspin. Be careful what you tweet for, people of the online realm. Mike McDaniel, the San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator, who has gone viral for his adorable news conferences featuring references to Mike Jones and engaging answers, is ticking off all the boxes to be the next trendy young white guy who takes a head coaching position before one of the many deserving black candidates. There's only one problem with Beckwith's characterization of McDaniel as a trendy young white guy. McDaniel is biracial. The current coaching trend is leaning toward brilliant young offensive minds. White guys like Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Cliff Kingsbury, Zach Taylor, Matt LaFleur, Kevin Stefanski, Matt Rule, Brandon Staley, and Nick Sirianni. Add in that McDaniel went to Yale, and it's blood in the water for NFL teams. Didn't we just see Byron Leftwich, a young black offensive coordinator, maybe not as young as some of these other guys, but definitely early 40s at the most, who's been very successful in Tampa Bay. Didn't we hear that he's going somewhere, right? So that bucks the trend, but it doesn't matter for you guys. He might be brilliant. He might be the next Josh McDaniels, but he's not more qualified than any of the black coaches who just got fired, including Brian Flores, or the longtime coordinators who can't seem to get hired. So you're saying he might be brilliant, but he's not more qualified than them. But he is still qualified, right? So you're saying that even though he's qualified, he might not be more qualified than a black person. So you should hire a black person because of the color of their skin. Listen to yourselves. These people are the evil ones. They'll try to convince you that everybody else in the world's hateful, everybody else is evil. They are the ones who are evil. Absolutely. Beckwith's assumption of McDaniel's race is all the more embarrassing when you read this profile from NBC Sports. McDaniel said he had an epiphany at an early age when he was visiting his grandmother on his father's side. When he looked at photos around the house, he realized he looked different than other members of his family. It's surreal when I think about it, but I remember one particular day walking around and all of a sudden noticing that, hey, I'm the only fair-skinned person in all these picture frames. My grandmother on my dad's side is black. My dad is black. But that didn't stop Deadspin from writing a hit piece on this man. Oh, your skin's too light. Your skin's too light. You don't qualify as a minority for us. And then having to edit it, say, by the way, the white guy, which is the entire reason we wrote this article, yeah, he's biracial. Our bad. We'll keep the story up, though. These people are lunatics. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.